Hello and welcome to today's cryptocurrency review video where I'm going to be talking about KeyFi, which is a decentralized platform where you can supply liquidity in order to earn rewards. Now they are on the Ethereum blockchain only at the moment, but they are working to launch on Binance Smart Chain and later on also on Polkadot's substrate in order to give you the option to provide liquidity and earn rewards on these different blockchains. Now, as we can see here on CoinMarketCap, they're currently trading at $1.89, down 11.9%. Now, the max supply is actually 10 million, and we will take a look at that. If you go to Etherscan.io, you can see it here. When you copy the smart contract address from CoinMarketCap and you paste it in Etherscan, you get the ticker symbol, and here we can see that the max total supply is 10 million. And we'll go back to that page later on because I do want to talk about the token holders as well. But it is only tradable on Uniswap at the moment on the USDC KeyFi pair. Again, you can actually trade it on other pairs, but then it'll actually cost you more because Uniswap has to route the transaction from that specific token that you want to swap it for over to USDC, and then from USDC to KeyFi. It just does the swap for you, but it does cost you a bit more, so it is recommended to get USDC if you do decide to buy. Again, not financial advice, it's up to you. Now let's get straight into the website here and take a look and see what they're all about, right? And there are a lot of these projects nowadays working on these kind of DeFi aggregators where they're going to be supplying liquidity, or not that they're supplying, but they're offering the option to do so. They're offering you the platform to supply liquidity in order to get rewards. So what are they doing? Well, unlock the future of finance. Take control of your DeFi portfolio with the KeyFi integrated dashboard. So here we can see they're integrating with Compound, 1inch, Aave, Curve, and so on. Now, you can interact directly with multiple DeFi platforms. You can view your balances and portfolio. Again, we'll take a look at this app in a bit. And then of course you can access the rebalancer view to find the best interest rates. You can earn KeyFi staking rewards. You do require a valid credential for that, by the way, which means you need to upload your identity, your documents, because this is what SelfKey is all about. And again, they are kind of working with SelfKey in a way, and we'll talk about that when we look at the team. And again, you can connect the wallet of your choice using MetaMask, SelfKey, or Wallet Connect. So this is how it is here, and you can just see more information on that here. Now to take a look at the team here, so we've got Ben Gervais, who's from Canada. He's the co-founder and tech lead. And what's interesting, and again, the team is quite small here, as you can see. They are a startup at the end of the day. They're probably all working remotely, especially because some of these guys are probably in different countries. If you check their LinkedIn pages, you'll see that. So if we look at the co-founder here, Ben Gervais, we can see he's got 13 years of professional experience on LinkedIn here. He's got experience with various programming languages, also with the blockchain stack, Ethereum, Solidity, and so on. So here we can see he's been working for KeyFi since November 2020. That's when he was founded. Now, he obviously came up with this idea while he was working at SelfKey. He probably realized that maybe he could work on this side project that he could build, because we can see he's still a technical advisor at SelfKey at the moment, but obviously he's focusing on his own project, which is KeyFi. Now, you could see that he's actually grown significantly at SelfKey. He's been there for 3 years and 3 months, and he was also head of research and development before he became a technical advisor. He's also business development and integrations, product engineering, DevOps. So he started as DevOps in SelfKey. And then before that, he was working at Apperley Ltd. And he didn't actually work with blockchain at all. He was just programming. Before that, again, development, product marketing, creator, developer. Before that as well, developer. So yeah, he does have a development background, right? One interesting thing that I've noticed about him, if we scroll down here, we can see that aside from English and French, because he's in Canada, he can also speak Chinese. So that's quite interesting, right? It just shows you it's not easy to learn Chinese, especially if you're a speaker of a Latin-based language. Now, to move on and talk a little bit about their white paper here, we're not going to spend too much time because I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible. This is supposed to be like a quick review, but also to try to cover as much information as possible. So what is the key platform? Well, It's an app-based platform for managing decentralized finance, DeFi assets across multiple protocols including Compound, Aave, and others. The platform offers token staking incentives that require a unique decentralized identity credential, which is powered by SelfKey. And then we've got the token specifications here, as well as the ERC20 standard, which we know. To move on here and talk about the credentials. So again, like I was saying earlier, you do actually need to use the SelfKey wallet and upload your credentials in order to be able to use the token staking, also get rewards, governance, and more. So without using your credential from the SelfKey wallet, that's where you create your credentials, you will not be able to stake KeyFi. It's as simple as that. When they're going to move to Binance Smart Chain, it is going to be different. They're going to operate differently on Polkadot as well, but on Ethereum for the moment. And apparently they're thinking to keep staking only for Ethereum. That's their idea. But I don't know if they're going to eventually do it on Binance Smart Chain as well, right? So yeah, it's something that they're working on. But for the moment, this is how you can stake. You need to use the SelfKey wallet. You need to upload your identity there. And once you have your digital identity enabled, then you can link that and then you can stake. Now, this is how the platform looks like. As you can see here, I have done reviews on other platforms which are quite similar, but I really like the design of this one. It is quite a slick design, as you can see here. It's got a lot of potential. They've obviously spent some time to create this kind of dApp. It's not just your old style dApp. This one is quite it's got the latest tech, we could say that, right? Now we've got the rebalancer section here, and then here we can see all the different tokens. You could manage the assets from this area. Here you could see what the borrow rate is, and here you can choose which one pays the most interest. There's also the max yield one. Now here are the pools. So here you could supply liquidity. You could add liquidity to any pools, but again, they are limited on the pairs that you can choose here, because I have actually tried to copy a smart contract address from a different ERC20 token, and it wasn't actually available here. It didn't show it. So you can only choose between these pairs here, as you can see. For example, USDC Ethereum pair, you can supply liquidity for that. You can choose the platform that you want to supply liquidity with. Uniswap is the default, but you can choose Curve as well. Now there is the swap feature here, where you can choose the Uniswap or the 1inch platforms, which are integrated into KeyFi in order for you to do the swap, just like you would on Uniswap. There's also the deposit option here if you wish to deposit using different platforms, Compound, Aave, and this. We've also got the tokens here. Again, just a reminder here that you do need to actually, in order to get access, you need the credentials, right? That's what you need here. Now the voting actually takes you to a different page here. So here, in order to vote, again, you do need to have KeyFi. You need to have KeyFi tokens in order to vote, because they are used for voting for proposals, for governance. And again, you can choose different languages here. There's English and Chinese for the wallet. Again, you need to connect the wallet. When you click connect wallet, it gives you the option. You could see all the transactions if you had any, and here you could see the gas cost on the Ethereum blockchain. So I'm assuming they're eventually going to integrate the Binance Smart Chain and Polkadot into this as well, and then we're going to be able to see the cost there as well. Now to move on here and talk about Etherscan. So again, the total supply is 10 million. Now, one of my concerns with this project is with regards to the huge gap in the amount of tokens that the founders hold and the amount of tokens that are in circulation. So here we know that there are 10 million in total, but we can see that 6 million is being held in this wallet. And again, I have looked at this wallet, and the funds have gone in when they've been minted, but they've never actually left the wallet. So they're fixed at 6 million. So obviously if this gets monitored and anybody notices any kind of activity leaving this wallet, then obviously there's going to be a lot of FUD in the community and panic, right? So what I don't know is if this wallet is actually locked, or if they set some kind of lockup to prevent funds from being sent out for a certain period of time, right? I don't know if this is the case, right? It would be nice if they had that, but I don't know if it is like that. Now this second wallet here, if you actually open this wallet, and I had opened it, you could see a lot of activity here, and this kind of concerned me at the beginning because it's 1.5 million, almost 1.6 million tokens. As you can see, 15.8% of the supply. And I was concerned when I saw this, but then when you actually look through this, you realize that all this activity that you see here is related to the airdrop. So they're actually airdropping key holders KeyFi tokens. So that's what this is actually a reward pool, because even if you click on the tab here, you see it drops down and it tells you it's a reward pool, and this is the address of a reward pool, which is automatically distributing the rewards. I don't know if it's manual. It could be manual or it could just be automatically, but anybody who's eligible to receive the airdrop for holding key would get KeyFi from this wallet. And again, these are whales. A lot of these have and as you can see, there's a huge drop here in the amount of token holders. So as you can see, like this one here has just under 100,000 and is in the 5th position, which is the Uniswap V2, right? And if we go further down here, you can see 75,000 is held by this wallet, almost 43,697 from this wallet, and so on. And then it drops significantly under 10,000 in the 14th position. So not that many token holders. And I've also discovered recently that if you don't have like 5,000 addresses, then you don't actually get a logo on your actual token on Uniswap. So like when you want to swap something on Uniswap from one token to another, you usually see a logo which is representative of that specific project. Well, in this case, the logo is not available because they don't have 5,000 addresses holding the token, only 217, as you can see here. So again, Etherscan is pretty cool because you can analyze wallets, you can analyze movements and so on, and you can definitely integrate Etherscan into some kind of analysis tool, which could possibly show you the addresses in like bubbles with arrows all connecting to each other, and then it would be much easier to track down where the funds are moving to and so on. And then you can track exchange movement and so on, like we've seen with certain bots doing that. And then they're integrated in Twitter, and they're doing that with Bitcoin addresses. So when there's a movement, or even with Ethereum addresses, when there's a whale movement, you get the alert. So people that are following those Twitter channels, they know when there's a movement. So yeah, this is pretty cool, right? The fact that you can do that with Etherscan. Now, the next point I want to talk about here is with regards to SelfKey. So again, SelfKey is like the company that is supporting the airdrop. And like I said, Ben Gervais has actually worked, and he's still working for SelfKey. He's worked there for many years. So he's basically SelfKey here, as you can see on Twitter, have actually pinned this specific tweet, because I was looking on SelfKey's Twitter page to see if they've been talking about KeyFi, right? What have they been saying about KeyFi? Well, 2 airdrops are better than one. SelfKey and KeyFi together with Binance are bringing you not 1 but 2 airdrops for key token holders on Binance.com. And again, don't get overexcited here. I know that Binance are supporting this airdrop, but it does not mean that Binance are definitely going to list KeyFi. It could be that Binance still need to see KeyFi apply for the listing, and they might need to wait in a long queue, because there are a ton of projects that are paying money to get listed, that are buying BNB to get listed. And I know that that's one of the requirements, to hold a lot of BNB, to hand over a lot of your tokens, and then you get listed. Now, unless they have a special relationship, unless Binance has a special relationship with SelfKey, I just don't see KeyFi getting listed on Binance anytime soon, right? If they're following the normal pattern. And again, just to remind you, I have seen airdrops being supported by Binance where the tokens were not actually, the airdrop tokens were not actually listed on Binance. They're there, you can send them out, you can transfer funds in, but you cannot trade them. So again, don't get overexcited with Binance. There's just hope for now, just hopium. We have to see how things develop, and maybe they will get listed. I'm not saying no, but I just don't believe that it's going to happen as soon as they're starting to support this airdrop. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about before I give my final thoughts is with regards to their GitHub page, because we should also take a look at GitHub just to see if there's any activity. So I actually had a look at this repository here for KeyFi token, and I saw that there was no activity for 3 months, right? 3 months ago was the last one, and we can see Ben Gervais is here. So he's working together with 2 other people here. They are contributing. Now, but this one, Kips, actually had an update 20 days ago. And when you look at this update, because I've opened this up to see what it is, you could see that it's the status with regards to the KeyFi token allocation on Binance Smart Chain. Status is set to passed. Okay, and this is for the Discord channel. That's where the discussions are taking place. So you can find out more information if you follow them there. But other than that, I mean, 2 months ago was the last change. So the question is, are they working in a private repository? Why are we not seeing more updates if they're actually saying that they're working to integrate into Binance Smart Chain, do they not need to make any code changes? Are they waiting for something else? So that's another question that I'm not sure, that I don't have the answer to, right? So yeah, if Ben Gervais sees this video, maybe he could comment in the video and let me know. But yeah, just to give my final thoughts on KeyFi in general, I do think they have potential just because they are supported by SelfKey. Ben Gervais is a technical advisor. He used to work for SelfKey, so he's obviously got the support of the team. It's not just some company trying to ride the SelfKey hype or trying to ride off the fact that SelfKey have been around the space for a long time, basically through the bear market pretty much. I've known about them since they were listed on Binance. I think it was back in 2018 that they got listed, early 2018. So yeah, I mean, it's not just some random project. It's basically a technical advisor, a guy who was started as DevOps for SelfKey, decided to come up with this idea and had a great idea, and he just said, okay, let's build this project. So obviously he's trying to build a community by offering this airdrop. Again, this airdrop can be a bit concerning because, as you know, airdrops do tend to be sold straight away, but there will be people that will be buying key just to get this airdrop and then to sell it, right? And yeah, I mean, it could work both ways. It could be key holders, people that have been in the space for a long time and have been holding it, and they might even hold KeyFi, or maybe they'll just decide to sell. It's hard to know really, but nevertheless, they do have good potential, I think, in my personal opinion. We just have to see how things are going. I know that they were hiring some devs recently. Actually, they have hired some devs because I watched one of the technical updates on YouTube from Ben Gervais, which is like 9 minutes long. But yeah, they have potential, but they are competing with other people. So unless they get a special listing on Binance, which is pretty much the key to success nowadays if you want to be noticed, then it could be a bit of a struggle. It could be a bit of a struggle in my opinion. But nevertheless, they're trying, so we got to keep an eye out and see how they're doing. Thank you very much for watching this video. As always, don't forget to like if you enjoyed it and leave a comment below telling me what you think. Take care. Bye-bye.